Welcome to my live stream. Welcome to my live stream. I usually read before bed, but I guess today I wanted to share my reading out there before bed. So I guess I decided to read out loud. I have one of my favorite African folktale slash play here with me, and that is what I want to read today. It is one of my absolute favorites, and it made such an impression on me as a kid. So I guess I decided to read it out today before I get tired. And when I get tired, anyway, I stop. I continue on the next live stream unless I decide to do something else. It's, my live stream is still random at this point. So for today, I'm going to be reading from this. And if you're interested in hearing me read from this, you can stay and chill. I just want a quiet live stream. So I'll read till I get tired, stop, then I continue next time. All right, let me begin. Notice to be displayed, or should I say prologue, music cue, orchestra introduction. Notice to be displayed front of curtain to read in bold letter. This is like the stage setting of the play. So I guess I will just read the stage setting of the play too. Um, Notice to be displayed front of curtain to read in bold letter. The Roboland in the year of our Lord 1990. Music cue, double stage setting. Right side corner, a mound of leaves that forms the grave of Wentu in a forest. Left side front, a picnicking couple in a park. They have their picnic effects in front of them. Wife sings, "What time of day it is, darling?" Husband sings, looking at his watch, 5:35 past meridian, the third day of October in the year of our Lord 1990. This time tomorrow will be the fifth anniversary of our wedding. Hi, hey, welcome to my live stream. Hi, Aiden Leva. Hi, hello. I'm reading one of my favorite stories, so you can just chill and hear me read. And if you don't mind, please leave a thumbs up. Hi, everyone. It's a quiet night of chilling and reading. So if you don't mind, please leave a thumbs up. In the year of our Lord, this time tomorrow will be the fifth anniversary of our wedding. Sudden lightning flashes, heavy thunderclaps accentuated by drum rolls, heavy winds, crashes and clashes of weird music. As the sounds die down, there is a weird drawn-out wail from the mound's right side. The wife flies to the husband's bosom for protection. As soon as she hears the wail, both of them are scared. As the wail subsides, there is a gently rumbling sound as if from a distant drum. Wife sings, "Oh God, save my soul." What are all these terrible sounds? Husband sings, still protectively holding his wife. This is the fourth time it is happening in my lifetime. This is the beginning of the evil day, which lasts for 13 hours, which to mark another seventh anniversary of Wentu's death. He releases the wife and becomes ruminative. Or was it dead she died? Wentu, the lost finger. What you heard was the first cry of her resurrection. Six more cries and she rises from her grave of ever-dry leaves, to die again the death she died in the year of our Lord 1864, condemned by men and gods alike, at 5:35 past meridian, the third day of October. So it has been established her cause is everlasting. Every 7 years she rises to live again, the 13th hour of her agonizing death. Nor man, nor animal, nor birds dare move about for fear of seeing her. For to see Wentu in her hour of resurrection means instant death to the victim. and famine and plague to this land. The husband rises up in agitation. The path she tread is scorched, like fire of heaven. The leaves are dead, but never fall. 17 such paths now haunt this land. From her last anniversary, all doors are now being shuttered, all children's mouths being gagged, all dogs leashed and blindfolded. The wife stands up, alarmed. Death and curses will threaten this land for the 13th hour of Wentu's reign, her bitter revenge on the community that in conspiracy with the gods punish her for crimes that enrage both men and gods. The wife begins to bustle with panic, collecting the picnic kits. The husband, the second cry is due. Let us hush home. Before her seventh cry is due to transform this peaceful land into a land of walking dead. Hurry, woman, hurry, lamented the husband. The music rises, greets his last word. As soon as the wail from the graves come on, the wife collapses with a cry. The husband carries her off stage. Music cue. A small boy is on stage, crying and running helter-skelter with fright. The mother rushes in on stage in panic, beating her head and shouting the boy's name. As soon as the son sees her, he rushes into her arms. She dashes off with him. Music cue. A Situ gentleman, obviously visiting the village, is on stage, portfolio, tie and jacket and all. He's casually lighting a cigarette when the sound meets him. At first he's puzzled, then on hearing the wail, his composure deserts him and he flies off the stage, falling down and scuttling up again in his panic and alarm. Music cue. Two old village men in lapas, evidently drinking palm wine in a bar. As the sound comes on, they must have rushed away from the bar in panic, for they rushed in on stage still carrying horns of palm wine, eyes and mouths staring with horror. They lose their sense of direction and even run into each other in their panic and confusion, spilling palm wine from the horns. Eventually, they fly off through different exits. Music cue 6. A courting teenage couple are met on stage by the sound. They both start in alarm, and as soon as the wail comes, the girl cries out with horror and swoons into the boy's arms. The frightened boy carries her and runs around in confusion until he discovers an exit. His exit is immediately followed by a confused rush of panicking, shouting villagers hurrying to beat the second cry. Music cue 7. The village stage is deserted. The village stage is deserted. The sound ends. The wail subsides. Then the heavy wind comes on again. More incessant lightning, flashes and thunder and claps. More crashes of sound too. The mound of dry leaves begin to shake, gently at first, then with more violence, coinciding with the crescendo of violence in the elements. At the climax, Wentu's hands and head emerge from the parted grave mounds of dry leaves. The sound subsides and dies off. Wentu slowly rises to a sitting position, the lower part of her body hidden by the grave mounds. Two hands are stretched out in front of her. Yeesh, a zombie. All the exposed parts of her body, including the hair, are white, except the little finger of her right hand. Hi, gently reading, gently, quietly reading. If you don't mind, please leave a thumbs up. Yeah, it's okay. Where was I? The hands are stretched out in front of her. All the exposed parts of her body, including the hair, are white, except the little finger on her right hand. The little finger is not white. It is alive and the complexion of her original skin. It also dances wildly throughout the period of Wentu's resurrection. Wentu's eyes and ears are covered with heavy clots of cake blood. Wentu is blind and deaf. This book still creeps me out till today. Like, I don't know why I like the book so much. It creeps me out, but I still keep reading. It's okay. Let's continue. Wentu sings, "Spare me, you wicked, avenging gods." She rises to a kneeling position. Ugh. Every 7 years you torture me, you infernal lost finger that she sold to the devil because I'm not gonna be putting I over there. Hi. That she sold to the devil, the fury of whose vengeance is unrelenting and everlasting. She is now standing and will slowly shuffle her way blindly to the front of the stage, then towards the left of the stage as she sings. The little finger dances in front. This frail body will never know any peace or repose in death, but must be hurried out of her grave to breathe death for 13 hours, 126 years ago. This is the 18th reminder of her course by men and dogs. By now, she is precariously balancing on the edge of the stage. She withdraws and starts moving slowly. Left side. The devil workshop. She is condemned to breathe death every 7 years for eternity. Oh, for eternity. He who dines with the devil requires a long spoon. But she uses her little finger and defaulted. Her punishment is long as eternity. Her punishment is long. Flee her path if you must live. Close your eyes to her music, for its melody incites madness. Her punishment is long as eternity. She begins to edge out of stage, left side exit. Her voice dies off in the distance with a reiteration of the following chorus. Darkness enfolds her. Overture. Front of a curtain, a notice in bold letter announcing Roboland in the year of our Lord 1864. Music cue. Chorus and dance of the warrior, led by the warrior general Obaladike, who as such is also the song leader. They dance in on stage, singing with uniform, choreography, and in complete warrior outfit. Okay, I cannot sing this. Sounds something like Jemuje Muje Muje Muje. I think it was a war chant. Those days before they went off to war, warriors usually performed a dance and a chant before they went off to like a war expenditure or something. Maybe like a war chant, but I'm going to skip the chant. Obaladike leads them in, halts the dance, his right hand outstretched carrying his obejilu. Obejilu, I think it was a weapon, maybe a weapon, a warrior's weapon. He sings, Umu. Okay, look, I'm just going to say the English version because I don't know what this language is. Uroboland. Okay, I think it's a part of Nigeria. Urobo. It's in the southeastern part of Nigeria. They call them Urobo people. It's not exactly Igbo, my language, but I guess it's also Nigerian, but I don't really know anything about their language. So I'm just going to read out the English version of the song. It says, Obaladike sings, My followers, look at my head to see whether the eagle perched on top of an iroko tree has flown away. With the chorus refrain, the warriors fall in again into the is it promenade dance step, whatever that means. Warriors chorus, U- Ugo Belu Ojoji. Oh my god, nope. The eagle perched on an iroko tree. They form up on stage behind Obaladike and his lieutenants. He halts them again, as previously, for his next solo. Obaladike sings My Fame. With the chorus answer, the warriors do their choreographed warrior dance. Warriors chorus: Name the owner of dance, follower of Obaladike, fame of Obaladike, name of the owner of battle. Alright, this their chorus and dance is just confusing me. The solo chorus and dance as per music until the warriors file off stage behind Obaladike with a repeat of the entrance, promenade, music and dance. As their voice fades in the distance, the orchestra will keep the tune going until the stage is set for Act 1, Scene 1. On a dais, CS. Okay, on the dais central stage, up is the chief's calf stool. A step down the dais on other side is a calf stool for the chief's wife. Left side and head, councillor, right side. Right side, low stools, front rows for chief's daughter and her friends. Back row for other female members of the chief's court. Left side, front row, calf stools for four other councillors and back row for other male members of the chief court. Curtains open. All the members of the court, with the exception of Chief Ebube, his wife, his head counselor, Tangbam, his daughter, Mantusi, and the chief's guard. The people are tense and excited and talk in subdued whisper. They become silent as the chief's troop moves in. First, Odoagu and Mantusi. Then the chief, followed by Tangbam, the chief's wife, Ugodi, and the guards. The guards stand rigidly on top of the dais behind the chief with their long spear thrown out. The rest take their seats. The chief bends down and whispers to Tangbam, get an acknowledgement and proceed. Chief Ebube, speaking now. I sent for Wentu, the fortune teller. Everybody looks around anxiously until Tangbang spots her and points right side. Tangbang, she has arrived. I can see her. Wentu, same person as in the prologue, was crying about her death and whatever. But in her lifetime, when she was still alive, enters. She is a wizened, agile, slightly built woman. The little finger of her right hand is conspicuously missing, completely from its root. She carries always a crooked walking stick in her left hand. She moves with very brisk short strides as if on the heels of her feet. The right hand is always horizontal to the ground, with the remaining four fingers outstretched forward. What? As if piercing the air when she moves. Okay, I'm confused. I'm honestly lost here. Let's see. The little finger of her right hand is conspicuously missing completely from the root. Hmm? She carries around a crooked walking stick in her left hand. She moves very brisk, short stride, as if on the heels of her feet. The right hand is always horizontal to the ground, what? With the remaining what? Forefinger outstretched forward as if piercing the air when she moves. Wow, that's just weird. When two enters right side stand, forward of those seated right side by an empty stool, she never looks into anybody's eyes because her own eyes emit fierce, painful, paralyzing rays when focused. She sounds weird, man. Wentu says, Chief Ebube, you sent for Wentu. Yes, sit down, said Chief Ebube. Wentu will stand, by your pleasure. Wentu's meditation was broken by your messenger. She refers to herself in third person. She calls herself Wentu. Weird. This is important, Wentu. It is not always that I disturb your meditation. I receive reports that the battlemonger, Chief Jarawa of Barawa land, has crossed the Yellow River with his warriors, that he is now menacing our farmlands in the south, harvesting our crops, pillaging and capturing our young men and women who go to the farms. Wentu is already aware of that through her own means. Chief Jarawa is a bellicose leader of a warrior tribe and has well-trained warriors too. We of Oroboland are peaceful farmers. We are no warriors. We produce food and sell to our lazy neighbors at cheap price to sustain their stomachs and economy. And the reward we get is unwanted attack on us, looting of our crops and kidnapping of our young women. Wentu. Wentu is very sympathetic and understanding. I don't know why she keeps referring to herself in third person. Really. Ebube. Chief Ebube. We of Uroboland cannot on our own return battle to Chief Jarawa. They will crush us and overrun our land and make us their slaves to toil for the gratification of their hungry stomachs and other worldly pleasures. Wentu, you are very frank. Chief Ebube, Urobo people are no fighters, but we are as proud as we are honest and peace-loving. So, we cannot allow ourselves to be made slaves by irresponsible, ruthless, and notorious bandits, said Tagban. Wentu has learned that much since her settlement in this land 40 years ago. Chief Ebube. So after consultation with my elders, we decided to invite some itinerant warrior led by the famous general Obaladike to come and train our young men, take them to battle to drive away the bandits, teach them a bitter lesson so they would never molest us again, and if possible, chase them away from the land they are now occupying across the Yellow River. Yellow River, interesting. So there was a Yellow River in Nigeria years ago, maybe before colonization, I guess. Interesting. That land belonged to our great forefathers as farmland, but Chief Jarawa's great uncle conquered our settlers there 3 generations ago, took over the land and started calling it Barawa land after Chief Barawa, their leader then. They have not made good use of the land and it is now unproductive. We would like to get back our land since we have been provoked beyond endurance by exploiters and bandits who have taken and kept our land by force. Wentu is favorable to your decision. Now, why did you send for her? I hate the way she refers to herself in third person. Like, what's up with that, right? Obaladike and his lieutenants will soon be here, as I expect to announce that they have completed the training of our young men. At the same time, a messenger has just arrived with information that Chief Jarawa of Barawa is preparing for an attack on this village, which is the headquarter of our land. If they attack us and defeat us, it will mean that the whole of Land will be in the bandits' hand. That will be very unfortunate. Yes, that would be very unfortunate. Therefore, I would like us to attack them first. Before we do so, I want you to tell us what the result of the encounter would be so I can organize my people accordingly. Obaladike and his lieutenant enters left side and stand left side in their complete warrior's dress. Odogo, Oduago, I cannot pronounce this in this man. Oduagu and her friends are excited, and through the rest of the scene, there will be occasional exchange of glances between Oduagu and Obaladike. Love blossoms on one hand, and from the lieutenant to Mantusi on the other hand. Obaladike throws up his right hand in salute to Chief Ebube. Obaladike, greetings to the chief Uroboland. Greetings, noble warrior, Chief Ebube answered. I expect you to have some news for us. The chief is wise. Then let us hear you. Your young men have responded well to military training for people who have been peaceful cultivators of the land. Your troop now numbers 300 spearmen, wow, 220 archers, wow, 400 men and 150 slingsmen. What are slingsmen? What weapon is a sling? Slingsmen? They are all eager to fight for their chief and for their land. My scout has also informed me that your tormentor, Chief Jarawa, is preparing his men for a major offensive by the next full moon. We await your orders. Eh. As a seasoned warrior, well reputed and acknowledgeable in military maneuvers, what do you advise that we do? Asked Chief Ebube. We must take precaution to ensure that we are neither taken by surprise nor attacked first. For then we will be on the defensive and our chances of success weakened. In battle, he who attacks first has more advantage. Interesting. Do you think that's right? Is it possible that in battle he who attacks first has more advantage? I guess. I agree with you, said Chief Ebube. Tell us how we are to guard against being surprised by the bandits. I have trained some men as scouts. They will be posted out in groups of three to cover the southern perimeters of your territory and patrol up to the Yellow River. They will be able to feed us with information on Chief Jarawa's activity. Wow, espionage. Nice. And also tip us off in case Chief Jarawa decides to attack before our own deadline. In addition to the scouts, we will garrison all villages at the southeastern, southwestern, and approaches from the Yellow River, with the detachments of spearmen and machetemen. This would be a safeguard in case the bandits decide to adopt the tactics of night raid before their main attack. Obaladike, each of those detachments will be led by my men, who already know how to take precaution to counter night raid. The rest of the men will stand by and continue with some advanced training in warfare under my supervision. Details of the attack, dates, and tactics will be reviewed when I and my lieutenant discuss with you and your elders. When to congratulate the chief on his choice of warrior leader. I am very grateful to you and your men, Obaladike. I have immense confidence in your leadership and capabilities. I wish to remind you in the presence of my household that as long as you are in the service of this land, you are a member of my household and a member of the chief's court. Sweeping the direction of the maidens with his left hand, you are free to come and go. Is he indicating to him that you can pick anyone you want? You are free to come and go when you like, and anything within my resources that you desire will be yours. So I think the chief at this point is hinting to him that he can pick and choose any lady. The age-old trap. He fell for it too. Moving on. Pounding his chest with his right hand and clenched fist. It is I, Chief Ebube. It is I, Chief Ebube of Uroboland, who have spoken. I thank the chief for his trust and kindness. We itinerant warrior do not own much and require very few luxuries from our hirers. Our riches always come from those who pitch their camp against us. As you wish, Chief Ebube turning to Wentu. Now Wentu, I desire that in the presence of the general, you will tell us what fortune has prescribed for us in the forthcoming combat. Wentu. Wentu will be happy to be of service. She brings in her medium. A court servant brings in a medium earthenware bowl of water, the neck of which is ringed with fresh palm fronds. Palm fronds? Palm fronds. He balances the bowl in front of Wentu and draws back. Wentu adjusts her headgear, bends down and starts cutting geometrical patterns across the bowl's surface with the four fingers of her right hand. All eyes are concentrated on her and the bowl, and the degree of excitement in what she says is reciprocated with appropriate action amongst her audience, with the exception of the two warriors. Hi! With the exception of the two warriors. As soon as the water medium matures, Wentu starts to read the line on the water surface in a hushed but audible ethereal voice. General Obaladike is right. Attack before the next full moon. She cuts small patterns. Wentu sees a great power from across the river, great black power from across the river, spanning the river and moving, yes, moving menacingly nearer, nearer. It stops. Something has halted it. The power from across the river is struggling in the grip of something formidable. It is being disintegrated, yes, disintegrated by a superior force, the home force. She cuts fresh palm, she cuts fresh patterns and where did I stop? She cut fresh patterns. Now something terrible is happening to the superior force, the home force. Lots of lines pull at the home force and it begins to weaken. Yes, weaken and collapse. Chief Ebube, anxious and carried away. What lines are they? Went to, stopping him with a wave of her right hand. Don't interrupt. She cuts more patterns and seems puzzled. Wentu can see. She sees. She sees. Voice loaded with disappointment. No, her audience sighs and withdraws in disappointment. There are now cloud banks covering Wentu's vision. She cannot penetrate the cloud banks. She stands up. She stands up. Try, try. I want to know what those lines are, said Chief Ebube. Wentu with a shake of her head, no. It is no use. Wentu cannot see anymore. Darkness is there, and darkness means a conflict with the gods. What is the interpretation of all this? Wentu, in a normal voice, Chief Jarawa, Chief Jarawa will not take your land, but it's a difficult period for you and your people. Grave trial, lots of unhappiness, terrible sadness for everyone. Some people. What are the trials? Who are the people involved? Wentu cannot tell what she did not see. There will be trials, the nature of which Wentu knows not. Nor does Wentu know who the people are. Yeah, Wentu did not know she was one of them. She was the main character. Sadly, Wentu, this is not satisfactory. You've never disappointed me before. Wentu is sad, but there are forces which even Wentu cannot penetrate. Wentu is much grieved, but will go on soliciting for more strength. Before you are ready, Wentu would like to try again. But I'm getting used to the way she refers to herself in third person, and I'm kind of liking it. I guess when you say, "Oh, call your name," I refer to yourself in third person. It's weird. It's interesting. Okay. Chief Ebube says, "I want to know what the fortune of this battle will be before I go in for it." Wentu is sympathetic. Right, you are dismissed. The court is dismissed. I cannot see any more people today. The chief stands with his people. They all begin to depart, sad, worried, disappointed, and tired. Wentu beckons to Opaladike to stay on. Oduagu and her fellow maidens depart last, twittering and giggling. Of course they are. Everybody is sad and worried about war, and the maidens are busy twittering and giggling or whatever they do those days. Now. Giggling with excitement as they pinch Obaladike and his lieutenant with shy maiden curiosity. As they move out, Obaladike and his lieutenant meet Wentu center stage. Wentu would like to see you tonight, gentle warrior, at the place of the three palm trees, as soon as the moon is up. At the place of the three palm trees, as soon as the moon is up. Do not hurry. Wentu will wait for you. I will meet you there after the night conference with my warrior. Exit Obaladike and Lieutenant left side, Wentu right side. Music cue. Chamber scene. Act 1, Scene 2. Chamber scene. Center stage. A native bamboo sofa capable of seating three. A big basket of personal belongings by the side. Right side, two low native stools. Left side, one low native stool. Other decorations. Odoagu is sitting on a mat in the ground. Okay, on a mat on the ground in front of the sofa, looking into a carved mirror occasionally. Azuka and Ebere are sitting on the sofa. Funny enough, they have Igbo names, but it's not exactly from Igbo land. They call it Roboland, not Igbo land. So I guess they share some language similarity with Igbo people. Mantusi is sitting on the far stool right side, and Ugodi on the stool left side. Both are husking pumpkin seeds. Music cue. As the curtain opens, the girls are simmering with the after effect of a joke. Ogodi maintains her matronly supervisory comportment by not joining the hilarities of the maidens. The maidens tease one another with the song. Oduagu, Mantusi, and Ebere sings Azuka. In the orchard there are trees. On the trees there are many apples of various colors, sizes, and tastes, but one apple is the most precious, ripe, to be plucked, ripe, to be plucked by a lucky prince. Who will that lucky handsome be? Who will that lucky handsome be? Why is it that in older literatures, ladies are always shown this way? Like it's wartime, right? The land is in dispute. There's tension all over the place, and everybody's worried about war, being conquered, and being made into slaves. And they are writing maidens, sweeting, simmering, and thinking about love and who will be plucked by a prince. Aren't you worried you're going to become a slave before you worry about being married off to a prince? I don't get it. Like people who wrote this book, I guess that's why it's an old book. Okay, moving on. Who will pluck the king's apple? Bright as the moon, fair as the sun, fleshy and juicy, succulent and flavored. Lord, who will be that? Who will that lucky handsome be? Who will that lucky handsome be? Who will pluck the king's apple? I'm even tired of even reading this. Who will he be? The lucky man be? To win the hand of the daughter of the chief. Who would that lucky handsome be? Who would that lucky handsome be? Ugh, enough. God, we get it. Who would the lucky handsome be? Move on. Ugh. Hmm. Mantusi is still bubbling with laughter. Well, Oduago, how will you like to be the wife of Chief Jalawa of Barawa? Stop it, Mantusi. My daughter will never marry a bandit. Then our men must make sure we conquer the people of Barawa land. Of course, we will conquer them. What if we don't conquer them and they capture our lands? Ugh, she's actually making sense. Then their chief will make Oduagu his wife. Is that not the way it is done? And who will marry you, Teaser? I know who will marry me, and he's not one of the bandits. Oh, she knows. Oh, okay. All right. Good for her. Can we guess? No use. Is he one of our people? No. And not a Barra man? God forbid. Oh, okay. Ah, interesting. So you're okay with the princess marrying a bandit chief, but you don't want one. Supposing the Barrowas capture you, my man will not allow them to capture me. Is your man a god? He is to me and I worship him. Oh, I also worship my man. I have a feeling they're worshipping the same man. Okay. The hair plating finishes. Azuka goes over to the stool, the first stool, right side, and Oduago sits up on the sofa. General Obaladike is very brave, intelligent, and handsome, but I don't think he comes from a royal family. Ebere, and all the time today he was looking at Oduago. So, makes an eye at Oduago. It is a lie. It is not a lie. You were also looking at him. So she made eyes again. Previously, he is a warrior. He's a professional warrior. Previously, Mantusi said he's a professional warrior moving from place to place and gambling with his life. He will not be a good man for a chief's daughter. Oduagu, defensively, but he will settle down someday. He cannot be fighting all his life. Ugodi said, some of them are very big princes in their land who vow to seek adventure and prove themselves as worthy warriors and leaders before settling down to their throne. Azuka enthusiastically, Obaladike must be one of such. He will help us defeat the Barawas, then he will marry our Oduagu and take her to his kingdom. Ebere, caught by Azuka's earnest mood, and will go with her and marry Obaladike's lieutenant. My God, they are obsessed with marriage. Won't we, Mantusi? Mantusi resentfully, Obaladike may not marry Oduagu. Ebele, why not? The chief would not refuse, not after all Obaladike is doing for us. I'm sure Obaladike will soon propose to Oduagu, especially after the way he was looking at her. Mantusi, hotly, he was not looking at her. Okay, now I know she wants him because, yeah, but look forward to it, right? He was not looking at her. Azuka, he was. Mantusi, liar. I tell you he was. Even his lieutenant was looking at you the same way. Mantusi, I will not marry his lieutenant. Tell him that when he proposes to you, said Ebe. Ladies, is all I can say, and it's all I would say if I was actually present there. I'll be like, ladies, please, enough. Ebere, Azuka, and Oduagu burst out laughing. Mantusi resentfully, why are you laughing like half-wits? I don't see the joke. Oduagu, look, if you refuse, he will carry you off. He looks as strong as Obaladike. Mantusi, no man can carry me off. Oduagu, effusively, oh, I will like the man. I love to carry me off. It will be so romantic and adventurous. Ugh. She's the type to develop Stockholm syndrome. Yeesh. Especially if he's a warrior. Ugodi sternly, Oduagu, that is not how to talk. You are the chief's daughter. Tell her, mama. Okay, Oduagu, and that is why it will be more exciting, mother. If the man is a prince, Oduagu, oh, I don't care whether he's a prince or not. In fact, I will enjoy him more if he's a strong and well-known commoner. She's such a romantic. Mentusi with demonstrative disgust. The dog said that those who have good buttocks don't know how to sit. Azuka, Mentusi, you have not told us who your dream man is. Ebere, she won't. Don't you know that if a girl calls in public the name of the man she wants to marry her, the evil bird will go and pluck the man's manhood? Yeesh. These girls are kind of bloody. That's extreme. Mantusi vehemently, oh, shut up. Ebere, what is wrong with you tonight? Oduago, she is brooding over her lover. Turns to Mantusi, will he see you tonight? Oduago, Ebere, and Azuka laugh. You are chattering too much, said Mantusi. She stands up, her mood dark. I'm going home, I don't feel so well. She dropped her plates of pumpkin seed. Till daybreak, all of you. She stalks off in anger, but Oduago calls after her. Don't forget our appointment for tomorrow. Mantusi exits right side. Oduago turns to Ebele and Azuka. Why is she so worked up tonight? Ebele said teasingly, I know, but I will not tell. Oduago lightly, you don't know. If you do know, knowing who you are, you will tell us. Ebele, honestly, I know. Azuka, come, let me whisper it to you. Ebele seems like a troublemaker. Azuka runs over to her and Ebele whispers into her ear and they both laugh hilariously. Oduago feigns jealousy and anger. Ebele, if you don't tell me, you will not be my friend again. Ebele still laughing and teasing. I will tell you tomorrow. No, now, insisted Oduago. Ebele with a negative shake of her head. Mm-mm. Oduago, Ebele, you must tell me tonight. Ebele and Azuka stands up hand in hand. Tomorrow, we are going somewhere now. Till daybreak, mother. Still in their light-hearted mood, they run off stage with Oduago calling after them and still pretending to sulk. Ebele, Azuka, Ebele, you fools. There is a pause. Oduago is flushed but shy because of her mother, on whom she is casting nervous glances. What is wrong with Mantusi? She's sulking as if she is displeased about something. Mantwisi is always happy. Maybe she was not feeling very well, as she said. Nonsense. She was well enough the way I saw her. Are you a medicine man, mother? Said Oduago. It is true that Obaladike was taking very keen interest in you today. I was watching him myself, said Ugodi. There is a Kotkish. Why can't why can't I pronounce this word? Is it Kotkish or Kot- Kotkish? Kotkish? Maybe because I've never really done it, so I can't pronounce it. Coquettish pause. Oduago smiles shyly, secretly pleased. Azuka said so. Ugodi asked her, will you marry Obaladike? Another word I cannot pronounce, coquettish pause. Oduago becomes more flushed. I don't know. It is for my father to decide. Ugodi said, never mind about your father now. Do you like Obaladike? Another pause. Oduago adds confusion to her other emotions. Oduago, mother, I don't know. Is there anything wrong with him? Ugodi said, not with him, but with Mantusi. I think Mantusi is very keen on Obaladike. Oduago, unhappily, why should she? How do you know? Mantusi is jealous. She should not. After all, she's my best friend. Oh dear, I wish you knew. In such affairs of the heart, there are no best friends. Tell her mother. Hey mother, I don't believe you, or you don't want to believe me. Make up your mind. I will not like anything to come between you and Mantusi. You have been together since childhood. If you don't love Obaladike, fine. Mantusi can go ahead. But if you love him, well, mother, but I love him, and the truth comes out. That is if he wants me and father approves. Because he does. Ogodi, there is no doubt about your father's approval. I'm only worried about you and Mantusi. It is always bad blood when two friends start loving the same man. Tell me about it. Or woman, as the case may be. In my time, people have killed one another over such affairs, even brothers and sisters. Yeesh. Mantusi will not kill me, says who? After all, she is my best friend. What is more, she has no right to love Obaladike if I also love him. Says who? I will talk to your father. Meanwhile, be careful and let us hope it is not as bad as all that. I am sure you'll be proven wrong, mother. She stands up to go. Till daybreak, mother. Till daybreak, my daughter. Odagu exits right side. Ugodi concludes her husking, puts her hands on her laps. Worried, she heaves a sigh. Hmm. I have my fears. Mantusi may be as mysterious as her mother went to, raising her hands and eyes to heaven. Everything is in the hands of the gods. Cutting. Music cue. So I guess I would stop here and continue on the next live stream. Let's try to do something else than the upper next live stream or the upper next, depending on when the mood comes again. But I'll stop here since it's time for bed. And if you enjoyed this little tidbits that I just finished reading, you're welcome to join me on my next live stream. Bye. Good night. Time to hit the bed.